Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Virtual Sightseer. This is where I take you around the globe in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The goal here is to use the sim to show you beautiful places from around the world from the comforts of your own home. As a friendly reminder, I'm no professional, this isn't a tutorial, and it's all just for fun. My hope is that as the channel gets bigger, subscribers and viewers will request cool places for new flights. So let's get into the sim and find out where we're flying on episode number 6. Alright, so today we're going to be back in the Militech and Blackbird simulation MH-60 helicopter. We're going to be in the Tango variant with the U.S. Coast Guard San Diego livery. We're going to be taking off from the San Francisco Coast Guard Air Station just outside of San Francisco International Airport. From there we're going to be heading out west over the Pacific Ocean and then heading north. Eventually we're going to head out east toward the Golden Gate Bridge, and then we're going to loop around Alcatraz Island, and then we'll head back into the San Francisco Bay, and then we're going to come right back here for a landing. And yes, it's not lost on me that I'm in the San Diego livery variant. Unfortunately, there's no San Francisco variant. So per usual, the focus is going to be on scenery and less on my voice. Try not to do too much talking and do more flying. So with all that being said, let's go flying. So we have our flight plan loaded into our EFB here, and we're just going to send that to the avionics, and that did work. We're going to switch our map, put our FLIR camera over here. We'll go ahead and hide our EFB for right now. Make sure our parking brake is set. And let's go flying. Now as we get closer to the bridge and the island, I do have some facts, but right now we'll just fly. Now I do have our autopilot set, but I don't think we have enough altitude to go ahead and clear. Go ahead and acknowledge the master caution. That's just us turning the autopilot off. Go ahead and hand fly it until we get over the ocean here. So as we get out over to the ocean here, see a cliff. We'll be able to take this all the way up to the bridge. And per usual, I forgot to spawn in our co-pilot. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Alright, so way off in the distance you can actually see the bridge coming into view. So let's get some of these facts out of the way now, so that when we get to the bridge you guys can just enjoy the view. So we're going to be approaching the bridge in Alcatraz here shortly. So the Golden Gate Bridge actually took just over 4 years to build. And this was in the 1930s. It spanned 1.7 miles. And at the time of its construction, it cost approximately $35 million. So I used an inflation calculator, and that works out to about $784 million in today's money. And then the bridge sits approximately 746 feet above the water. As for Alcatraz, which will be the second point of interest once we're past the bridge, it's actually nicknamed the Rock because of its physical characteristics and its reputation. It's now under the control of the National Park Service. And in 1854, it actually became the home to the first lighthouse on the Pacific coast. And it still has about 1 million visitors per year. And just a quick little fun fact to end us on there. I have actually visited Alcatraz. It's pretty cool. Alright, so that's enough yapping. As we come around this corner, the bridge will come into view. We might just have enough. I think we should try it. We're gonna buzz the tower here. Alright, so just ahead of us here, off our nose, is Alcatraz Island. Alright, and then we're going to have a really good view of the city as well. Not sure what happened to that boat down there. It looks like somebody's probably fired. Pretty cool baseball stadium right there. And another stadium right there. Alright, so you can see our flight plan here. So we're going to bring it back in for a landing. And hopefully all goes well. So if I load in our visual assistant, that's where we're heading. Give you guys a little bit better idea. disengage our autopilot, acknowledge our master warning. Alright, now that we are safely back on the ground, that's going to be it for this flight. I want to thank everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on where you'd like to see me fly next. I'll see you in the next one.